Good morning, class. I hope everyone is doing well. Happy Friday to you. Hope you guys have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend, even though it probably won't look the same as it normally does. I hope you can enjoy it to the best of your abilities in the last weekend before the end of this school year. Today's video is going to cover a couple of things. One, it's going to remind you of missing late work. Two, I'm going to explain some details about your exam. And three, I'd like to end with a closing devotional and final message, as this will be the last video I post for this school year. So please make sure you watch the entire thing and listen carefully, as it will have important information moving forward, and it'll be the last time I give you this information or give you any reminders. So first, what I'd like to do is tell you that your missing late work, if you have any, is due by 3 p.m. today. What I will do if something is not turned in by 3 p.m. today is enter that score in as a 0. I really do not want to do that. I hate entering zeros in regardless of what's going on, yet alone to enter a 0 with what's happening right now in this situation. However, if you don't turn something in, I can't give you points for it, and I can't just say, oops, too bad. So please get everything done that needs to get done by 3 p.m. today. That is a firm, hard deadline. There will not be exceptions for 3 p.m. on this day, Friday, May 22. Next thing I'd like to do is give you some details about your exam. Your exam will be posted at 8 a.m. next week, Tuesday, the day after Memorial Day, and you will have until Thursday, 3 p.m. of next week to take it and finish it and turn it in. This will be a test grade. There are no exam grades this trimester due to the unique situation that we are in. I will be posting today at 10 a.m. on Google Classroom several different review materials, ranging from Jeopardy review, old Kahoot and other review quizzes, practice tests and quizzes. I am simply using what I would normally use if we had a regular exam. Please take advantage of those to review material and practice for next week's exam. Just so you know, the version of the exam that you are getting is the abbreviated version of what I normally would give, which means it will be shorter. However, it will be significantly larger than most of the tests that we've taken so far. It just won't be quite as long as what it usually is, just because of the situation we find ourselves in. Be prepared to answer different types of questions, ranging from true or false questions, possibly like longer questions, extended response with fuller paragraphs, multiple choice questions. There'll be some variety, so be prepared for that. Some tips and suggestions for you. One, I would organize your notes by unit, because that's how the exam will go. So our first unit was Foundations of Citizenship. The second one was the Constitution. And the last one, which we just finished, is the federal government. So I'd organize it in that way, because that's how the exam will go, like chronologically, starting with Unit 1, then Unit 2, then Unit 3, and then maybe some bigger picture type of questions at the end. I would, although you may use notes on this exam, spend time still studying and reviewing with the resources I've given you on the Google Classroom post. Not every single thing on the exam might be in your notes. You might miss some stuff. So doing your own study and review would be a very wise decision. Please make sure you do that. Also, be prepared to have your Bill of Rights graphic organizer from the Constitution test, and I will try to move that at the top of the Google Classroom stream so it's easier to find by the time of your exam. But you will be using that again in similar types of questions for this exam. And you'll have fewer of those questions in this exam, but there will be multiple of them, and you will want to use that graphic organizer to answer them. My recommendation for you is to schedule an hour block of distraction-free time, a time between Tuesday and Thursday where you won't be distracted by other exams or other people, and you can just focus on doing your absolute best in this exam. I by no means expect this exam to take you an hour. It should take you less time, but I always think it's good to overschedule time instead of underschedule, just to allow you to be less stressed, more focused, and be able to perform to the best of your ability. If you have questions or would like help with this exam, reviewing or otherwise, please reach out to me early with questions, whether that's email, through Google Classroom, or even if you wanted to schedule a Google Hangouts meeting, we could do that as well. I will not be available this weekend. I'm going to enjoy my Memorial Day weekend, and I hope you will too. But either today, Friday, or next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, before you take your exam, please reach out to me with questions so I can give you whatever feedback I can before you take it. And lastly, I encourage you to finish well, commit to excellence. This will be the last thing you have to do, and I know it's been a frustrating time for everybody, including myself, and it's easy just to want to finish this exam as fast as you can just to get it over with. My encouragement for you is to commit to doing your absolute best. And I don't just say that because I want you to get a good grade. I say that because I believe that's honoring and glorifying to the Lord. And I actually think doing work well is one of the biggest ways that we can worship God. And it's often one of the most overlooked because there are times where we don't want to do something and we do a poor job. I think that's sinful, to be honest, and disgraceful. I think we should always be striving to do your best, even though that's an extraordinarily high bar and challenging thing to do. So please, I encourage you to commit to excellence and do your best on this exam. What I'd like to end this video with is devotion from Philippians 3:20-21, which was the passage that we read at the very start of this class, and I figured it'd be appropriate to end where we started. Once again, Philippians 3:20-21 talks about how our citizenship is not just on earth. You are not just American citizens, Spanish citizens. You are also citizens of Christ. Our ultimate citizenship, our ultimate home, our country is not something on earth, but it is with the Lord in heaven. As a result, my encouragement for you is that the time you do spend on earth should be maximized to serving the Lord in his kingdom. We should be waiting for the Lord's return, and we've gotten plenty of practice with waiting the past few months here. But our waiting isn't one that's stagnant. It's not one where we just sit back on the couch and relax and just count the seconds until the Lord returns. It's one that is active. It's one where we're eager and we're trying to make a positive difference on earth through our earthly citizenship for the greater purpose of our heavenly citizenship in the kingdom of our Lord. Please make sure you do that. Please make sure that as a citizen that you let your faith inform your politics, inform your actions. Faith should always come first and not the other way around. And I really hope to see you guys making differences in a variety of ways moving forward, like you're already doing right now. I just wanted to say it's been my honor and privilege to have taught you. My favorite part of WMC has always been the students, and you are no different. This is a very bittersweet ending for me, but please know I'm grateful for every one of you, and I pray the Lord's blessing that he will keep you and give you peace moving forward beyond this school year as well.